Good morning, everyone. Don with Emerson. I'm at the Copeland plant in Sydney, Ohio. Got received an email from a gentleman named his first name. I'm just going to give his first name out because I didn't get permission to give his name. His name is Jack from Vegas, and he was asking about Glide, Refrigerant Glide, and this was from a couple weeks ago. And I'm sorry I didn't get with you sooner on this, but I thought we'll do a little video on it and see what that looks like. A lot of different blends coming out, obviously, all these new refrigerants, all these A2Ls and what have you going on, big business out there. Got R32, 454B, and a bunch of other things coming down the way. I know 513 is going to be used for 134A, and there's all kinds of good stuff there. But let's take a look at this real quick, and I'll give you a visual on, I'm going to be using the example of 407C. Go to your PT charts if you have one, look at 68, anywhere from 68 to 74 PSIG, and notice the difference between the bubble and the dew point. I'll talk a little bit more about that and see what that looks like, okay? Let's see if I can pull this up. Okay, go. So, got Glide here. All right, here is a single component or azeotropic blends. What does that mean to you? Single component, obviously no brainer. You know, R22, 134A, nothing happening there. Boiling off at the same temperature at the same given pressure. Azeotropic, big fancy word there, is more speaking on their blends, but their boiling points are real similar. 410A would be a good example of that. Less than half a degree. You know, part of that's R32, and the other half of that, as we all know, is R125, which is nothing more than a fire deterrent. But the boiling points of both of them are fairly close. Now, if we look on this side of the screen, okay, we'll see a non-azeotropic blend, or typically what we refer to as blends, okay? A blend is something with two or more components. Could be two, could be four, could be five. It all depends on what that blend is, okay? We have, let's say this is our metering device going into our evaporator. The most volatile of the blends, or that component of the blend, is going to start to boil off first, all the way to the least volatile. Unlike this over here on this single component, there's no straight line. It varies, okay? And once we get to the end of that evaporator, we're 90% through the evaporator, we should be into a vapor state or fairly close to that, okay? That's going to be referred to as our dew point. So we've got bubble and dew. The start of the liquid is the bubble point. When we get into vapor, that'll be our dew point. The difference between the most volatile to the least volatile, these dotted lines, the difference in that temperature difference is in fact our glide. So whether that's 8 degrees, 10 degrees, 12 degrees, if you take a look at 407C, for example, I'm just using a regular PT chart here. If you look at, for example, 68 PSIG, you'll notice that the dew point is 44 degrees, the evaporator. The bubble point is 32 degrees, okay? That's your condenser. If you were to grab the wrong one of those, grab the bubble point for the, if you're doing superheat, that's a 12-degree difference, okay? So just remember this, bub sub cooling and dew su per heat, okay? Bub sub and dew su, all right? But the glide is the difference between the liquid point or bubble point to the vapor point, dew point. The difference is the most volatile to the least volatile. And that's what glide refers to, all right? The difference in those blends. That's all I have for you today. Hopefully you got something out of that. I know that was short and sweet, and that's the way we like it. Have a great day today. Take care of one another. Always be kind, all right? Teach people, share that knowledge with you. Hey, everybody taught everybody everything they know, okay? You learned it from someone else. So don't always try to be the smartest guy in the room, all right? Have a good one, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye.